My chips. They warned me. Cause it wasn't just you that fucking told me this shit. I was like, nah. Whoa, Kaden, you took out all the batteries already? Where's the other one? Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
No! Whoa! Kaden's strength is fucking crazy. The amount of strength he puts in for a fucking thing of chips right here. He's gonna start beating my ass, I swear, when he's older for these bags of chips. You just heard that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Stop, Trader Joel! Stop releasing good shit! You heard that?
seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, that should have made everything very clear to him. He should have understood everything. There should be no questions at all.
You messaged him again?
It shall be done.
He sent a lot of messages through to me. I took time to answer every single one. Every single one. All of them. The reason for that, not because I'm being cocky, not because I think I have all the answers, because I have all the answers, and because I'm giving him the answers that he's asking the questions to that he believes that I don't have an answer to. He questions whether I have the intellect that I have, which is endless intellect, right? Why does he have any right to question that? He doesn't. Why does he have any right to assume anything about who I am or what I know? He doesn't.
Not a whole typing was. I thought you were programming. 'Cause you
Nope.
figured that into it.
Nope. There was a lot of shit that was being said. I'm reporting both of my bot laners because I just got completely fucked in jungle. And my mid laner. Because no one wanted to show up to come help me. No one wanted to do anything. In fact, they were all AFK in their lanes. Well, I had 4 people blast cone over to kill me in my blue.
Only actions truly speak.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
First blood.
Their lives are forfeit. Sound the mark. Victory calls.
Slain.
Another time that this Talon is just ignoring the fucking game. Like, what's the point of playing when my teammates are ignoring the game? He said, you contradicted yourself by assuming that no one in this day and age is wiser than you. You cannot assume. I did not assume.
An ally has been slain.
Again, you are assuming my intellect, assuming that I do not know. Fucking... I don't understand how to get it through.
Behind it. My king commands.
An enemy has been slain.
To triumph.
And this doesn't make sense. Here he is saying something completely different, saying that something means something else. Again, this is the most American thing I've ever seen. Is when Americans try and say that one thing means something else when it doesn't. They try and basically do what the Canadians do when they equivalate something, you see what I'm saying? But they don't do it like that. They literally try and make something mean something that it doesn't. Like he said, You did, because you're saying there's not one person in the 7 billion in this current world smarter than you. Okay, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that statistic? Yeah, the odds are low, but what about it? And I didn't say smarter than me. Wiser was the word, right? So then what was that about? Because I said intellectual as well. So now you're saying 3 different words about the same word. So you clearly don't understand what the words you're saying mean. So how is one supposed to argue with you if you don't know what you're saying? That's just breaking it down to the simplest logic I can. If you don't understand what you're saying, how is someone supposed to be able to argue and prove something to you? How is someone supposed to provide facts if you don't understand what you are saying yourself already? Without someone else even being introduced to the situation, if you don't know what's going on with yourself, how can you do anything different?
You have slain an enemy.
Sound the march. Perish with honor.
And it's funny how I sat there and crafted the perfect message, and he sat here and tried to assume something immediately, saying I contradicted myself.
Fate has made its choice.
And he's saying, would you agree to see, or would you agree that we see too differently on these topics to come to an understanding? I would agree that you are too immature to accept that someone younger than you can be more intellectual than you. Yes. I will agree to that. I won't agree to any words trying to disguise the fact. Fuck no, I won't.
You have slain an enemy.
Do not bore me.
And he said, if so, if you agree on that, then we have no purpose of continuing our interactions because neither of us would benefit from discussion and neither of us would be able to change. Exactly my point. Did I agree to what he said? No, I didn't. Why? Because agreeing to what he said is exactly what he said. It would mean that no one gets any kind of information because that's just trying to hide the fact that he's using different to mean lower intellect without saying it up front. Which means we should most definitely cease all communication if we see too differently to come to an understanding.
An enemy has been slain. An ally.
It's not seeing too differently to come to an understanding, like I said.
An enemy has been slain.
It's one person being too naive and too stubborn to accept that someone that is younger than them can be more intellectually inclined. Older than me. By at least 10 years. And like I've said, that doesn't mean anything. Age doesn't mean anything.
Fate has made its choice.
But the fact that he's sitting here saying age doesn't mean anything, but it does mean something. Who's contradicting themselves? Who's actually the one that's doing everything that they're trying to claim the other person is doing? Right.
In a
And this is the same argument that I try and explain to you all the time, but you don't ever get it. Since I'm not actively someone who would fit your criteria for hunting, and since I'm not someone who would harm another unless they would harm me, I'm not a threat to you, nor are you to me, correct? That's what he just said.
commands.
My dog, you're sorely mistaken. You are an intellectual being which chooses to do the wrong path knowing it's wrong. You are biggest enemy of all. You're someone who wants to have control over people to lead them down the right path, but with the right path presented, you won't lead them down it. You will lead them down the path that you want to lead them down. So, I do not agree in any way, shape, or form.
An enemy has been slain.
Spirit is never broken.
No, I do not think that I am not a threat to you in any way, shape, or form. I think I am a very big threat to you and your society if you are going to try and live as the way that you are saying is now. That is completely absurd to think that I would just leave you and your society alone while I'm cleaning the world from the entire society that has ruined the world that you are trying to recreate in an earlier sense. Like, that's absurd. If anything, I have too much to gain from hitting. But like I said previously, it's too hard to understand for someone of your intellect or your expertise or your path. Like, it's not even about anything of what you're thinking it's about. I'm almost 100% positive. He said you specifically want to hunt the abusers, right? Again, no. No. I do not specifically want to hunt the abusers. So, if I was to specifically hunt the abusers, I would have to come back around for everyone that was teaching people to be abusers. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck? No. 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 If you are going to create a society of abusers or mentally uninclined, or let's even say not uninclined, let's say intellectually challenged individuals, then I would have no reason to assist you in anything that you were doing. Holy fuck, they surrendered at 13 minutes, thank God.
Victory.
Why do you drive me crazy, Kaden? Do you see where he's coming?
What's up, Bubba? How you doing? This is the problem with society in today's day and age, is that people are allowed to do all kinds of things that are wrong through their whole life, and they're allowed to continue doing them. But if we stopped them from doing them the moment that they showed those traits, right? If we educated them and taught them, like I have with the kids that I have raised, including my own son, how much different would the world be, huh? There would be none of what he's talking about. Exactly my point. Yo, I just played with you, dude. I was Talon. Sick. Have a good day. Sorry, I'm getting off stream already. I was literally about to hop off. I just finished what I was saying, too. Like, take it easy, dog.